I'm Kara, and this tutorial is all about writing a research report. Step number 1, brainstorm and plan. It's important to think carefully about the topic and consider what you already know. It'll be tempting to go onto Google and Wikipedia to get some ideas, but don't. Wait. Give yourself 15 minutes, get out a rough outline. What will your key points be? How many sections will you have? Your teacher may give you some ideas on what the sections should be, so if you do follow that. But if not, I've got an example below. Now, if you want, go onto Wikipedia and Google and see if you're on the right track. Wikipedia is not a good reference to use in your final report, but it can provide a nice overview at this stage. You may find some good ideas which you can add in or even change a little bit of what you have. That's it for today. Step 2, research. Stick your plan somewhere you can see it and jump onto a university library database. Today you're looking to get 3 useful resources. Again, the internet is a minefield. Do not get lost. Stay focused and save time. Of course, there are ways to do this on your computer or tablet, and if that's what you prefer, do it. So here are mine. I think this is the toughest step, so for that reason, do it as soon as possible. I go a little highlighter crazy. But it's not just because it's fun and it looks good. So what I do is I color code my outline, and then as I'm reading each article, I match it to which section it might fit in the report. So for example, this is my outline. So you can see there's 3 colors there already. And then this is one of the articles, and I found like 3 different parts in the one article that I'm going to separate into different sections of my report. So I'm skimming and scanning the whole thing to find bits of information that could be used in any part. This is the most efficient way to do this. Okay, step number 3, note-taking. So before I start note-taking, I add the text to my reference list as per my university referencing guide. I color code each reference as well. Now, this doesn't refer to my outline anymore, but to color code where I got each piece of information from, so the resource. I do this step straight into my Word document, which will become my final report. I have my typed outline already here. Now I simply go through and transfer the highlighted parts into the appropriate section of the report. You don't need to copy the words exactly from the news article. In fact, it's better if you can use your own words or just take the keywords. This will make paraphrasing much easier down the track, which avoids plagiarism, which is really important. Step number 4, more research. So now that you have transferred everything from these resources into the appropriate sections of the report, you should be able to see immediately if you have any gaps in your research. Now you can go back to your library database and repeat steps 2 and 3 until you are satisfied. Most assignment instructions will state how many resources you need as a minimum, so make sure you've got that covered off. Okay, step 5, draft 1. Your research should be 90% done. It's time to convert your notes into your own words. Don't worry too much about using the best words, the most complex vocabulary, or most interesting turn of phrase. Just get the words on the paper. As you go, you may find some areas where you're missing a little bit of data or you need to do a little bit more research. That's fine, but don't start writing. You're just trying to get it on the page. What I like to do is insert a little comment so that I can do any more research at the end in one go. Okay, step 6, rest. Take a few days off if you can. Do something else. Step 7, draft 2, remove, reword, reformat. Now you should be feeling nice and fresh. Read through the report from start to finish. Think of your writing as a piece of artwork that needs to be remolded and reworked until you're really happy with. Check the format complies with the instructions on the assignment. You don't want to lose points for this. You also don't want to lose points because you've got some tiny errors in your reference list. So do take some time to go over this. Step 8, edit. If you can, take a few more days off. Look for common mistakes that you make. Read it out loud to identify any obvious grammar errors. Also read it from the perspective as your teacher, or give it to someone else if you can. So I really hope this video is useful for you when you're writing a research report. So you've just got those 8 steps to remember, which I put below. And if you've got any questions or comments, please go ahead.